What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, hey, we are back with a big video here on the channel, something that everyone's been waiting for. I have had people DM me, ask me, tweet at me, where are my damn predictions for the Border-Gavaskar 2023 trophy? It starts tomorrow. I waited until it was the day before, just so, you know, I didn't want to record a predictions video a week ago and then, you know, find out that half of the players are injured that I picked, or, you know, they don't even get selected for the team. So I just wanted to wait a little bit of extra time so we, you know, got a good look at the pitch as well. So we've had a look at the pitch. If you haven't seen the pictures, go look on Twitter, Instagram, they're everywhere. And it looks like it's going to be a spin fest. So, as we thought, spinners to win in this series. But hey, if you are new around here, subscribe, leave a like, and make sure you comment down below your predictions. In this video, not only are we going through my predictions, but we're going through every single person in my Discord who typed in their predictions. I asked everyone last night to get their predictions in for the Border-Gavaskar trophy. I think we've had about 10 to 15 people get their predictions in, so shout out to all of you, and we will cover through those at the end of the video. So hey, let's jump into it. We've got nothing to wait for, man. This is like a kid before Christmas. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Okay, time for the most catches of the Border-Gavaskar trophy of 2023. We're going to start our way with the easy categories, and let's reveal them. So, we got the two men. You can see the sleeping beauty, Mr. David Candace Warner. You know, he's just someone who is always in close around the play. He's always at slip. You know, he's going to be a threat. He's always, you know, our main catching man, really, other than the keeper, of course. And then we've got the return of Ravindra Jadeja, known as one of the great fielders of this generation, but I've only picked him because I know he's such an amazing fielder and he gets into amazing positions and just takes a lot of catches. It's just, he is just a ball magnet. You know, pause. That sounds a bit sus, but you understood what I meant there. So I've got the two lads, Jadeja, Candace Warner. They both take a lot of catches. I think that's a pretty simple one to go. All right, next category, most ducks for the Border-Gavaskar trophy. Okay, let's get into it. Let's just reveal it. We've got from India. So I've given two people for each team for pretty much every category, just because I feel like it's a bit easier that way as well. And you can kind of, you know, get a prediction in for both countries. So we've got Mohammad Siraj. I'm sorry to do it to you, Siraj, but look, let's be real. He's not Ravi Ashwin with the bat. You know, he's not that type of all-rounder. But in saying that, he has proven a little bit with the stick before. You know, he likes to go out there with the baggy blue on and bat as well. He don't need no helmet, so I hope we get to see him bat. But for the sake of my prediction, I hope he goes out for 0 a few times. And then I've got the Australian skipper. Look, it was between Cummins and Scott Boland for me, but I think Scott Boland might only play 1 to 2 tests, so I didn't want to pick him. And Cummins will obviously play all 4 barring injury. So, look, he's actually a pretty quality batsman too, but I had to pick someone on our side, and I don't think it'll be one of our batsmen. So, yeah, I think Pat Cummins is that guy. Would have been Scott Boland. Nathan Lyon was another option, but Gazza, you know, he can play some good shots. He's not someone who blocks the ball, but he can play a few good pull shots and sweep shots, that man. So, those are my two duck candidates for this series. Let me know what we're thinking. Next category, best bowling figures. Now, I don't want to confuse anyone with this, so this is not overall for the series. This is who will take the best bowling figures in an innings, you know, if you will. So, you know, who will, I think I explained it quite well, but the best figures in an innings. So let's reveal it. We've got the man Axar Patel for India and Scotty Bean Boland for Australia. Look, Scotty's going to play the first test. I have no doubt about it. Obviously, no Josh Hazlewood, no Mitchell Stark, so big Scotty Bean Boland's in there. I genuinely think the man could take 4 to 5 for not much at all. He is that type of bowler. Look, I know we've seen him do that in the Ashes. We've seen him do it against Pakistan and Who's the other country that came out here? Western Australia. The West Indies, South Africa as well. He tore them apart as well. So, I know it's completely different conditions, but the man Scotty has a knack for taking wickets. So, if he can take like a 4 for 5 or 4 for 15, it'll probably end up being Australia's best innings figures. And then Axar Patel, I think this is quite an obvious one here. He will spin India to most likely a win. And he's a freak. As long as he plays every game, he will no doubt at one point in the test series take like 7 for 35 or 7 for 40. Like, he will end up doing that at some point in the series, I've got no doubt. So those are my 2 best innings bowling figure players. This is not overall for the series. Let's not get that confused. This is just for who I think might take the most wickets in one innings, or at least for an entire match. Okay, move on. Let's move on. Highest partnerships. Now this, I found a bit of trouble with this one, picking who I thought, because it's really just a guessing game. I mean, that's what predictions are. It's all a guessing game. But I tried to think who are the best players of spin maybe on each team. And then when that kind of, led me astray, I just kind of had a guess and I just kind of had some fun with it. So, reveal them. You can see for India, we've got Junior Wall, aka Pujara, the man who never moves. And then we've got Mr. Orange Cap, aka KL Rahul. So, look, KL Rahul is coming back into the team with a lot of pressure. Let's be real. Let's not beat around the damn bush. He's coming in with a fair bit of pressure into this series. Has had a quite bland last 6 to 8 months, I feel. I mean, in the shorter formats, that is. I can't really remember his test form. Didn't play in Bangladesh, did he? So I can't remember before that. But look, I've just got the man. I'm going to back him in. Punjab Kings legend. He just got married recently. I'm sure he's pretty happy. He's had all of his stress taken away. He's feeling nice and relaxed and comfortable. He's a great player of spin too. Well, I would say a good player of spin. Not great. And he is someone who can just put runs on the board. The last time he played Australia in India, he batted really, really well against us. He made like almost 400 runs. So him. And then, of course, Pujara, the man will eat up every single damn delivery in India. It doesn't matter if it's spin, pace, or you're just throwing the ball straight at his fucking head. He's not going to move. You're not going to get him out unless you trap him in front LBW or you bowl him middle stump. It's really the only ways you can get him out. He's not a guy who edges off. His technique is so assured that in India, if it gets flat for at least a day, Goodbye any chance of winning, because Pujara will hit us out of this match. And now for the Aussies, I've got Smudgy Smitherson Stephen. I butchered his name, I'll edit that out, but you guys know what I meant. Stephen Smithy boy. And then Travis Head. Now, my thought process behind this one is purely just because I love Steve Smith. Everyone does. It's Steve Smith, okay? So, pretty simple answer there. And then Travis Head. So I've gone for him only because I think we will lose a few wickets early, and then, at one point in the series, Travis Head will have to be the guy who saves the day, and I'm just thinking maybe he'll be out there with Steve Smith, and they'll put on like a 150-200 partnership maybe. But in India, it's not going to be easy. So, look, the highest partnership for each team could end up only being like 150, 200, which in reality is not that much for a partnership. So, interesting. Let me know what we're thinking so far, everyone. By the way, I miss these shirts that Team India used to wear, like with the Oppo, the Nike. Anyway. Also, what type of beer are they drinking here? I don't really know what that is. Anyway. Move on. Most wickets. We're getting into the back end of categories here. Let's reveal the 2 outside ones. So, they should, my editing, I'll do all these cool editing effects and stuff, but on the 2 outside, so these, I've got 4 people in the most wickets category, 2 from each country. The 2 outside not outside chances, but the 2 guys who I think will come second on their tally, Axar Patel and Mr. Nathan Ball, Johnny Sins Lions. So, Axar, I mean, look, as long as it's spinning, he can spin it both ways, he can get it to play straight. he dominates in Indian conditions. I mean, if you have watched him bowl in the last 12, 18 months in India, he's taken his game to another level. So yeah, a little bit scared for what he might produce to us Aussies. So he is my guy, I think, for India to he could easily take the most wickets. But then again, I feel like there might be a test match or two where he sits and then they bring in an extra maybe pace bowler or batsman. See. And then for Nathan Lyon, pretty obvious, he's our best spinner, our only spinner pretty much. So Nathan Lyon, he's assured to take as many wickets as we possibly can. And now let's bring down the two middle options. These are the two guys who I think will take the most wickets for their country this series. Ravi Ashwin and Mr. Sir Patrick Cummins. Ravi Ashwin. Pretty obvious one there. He's pretty good. Turns out that Ravi Ashwin's quite a good spinner, quite a good player. Obviously can bat, but this is for most wickets. So, again, this is someone who just thinks cricket 24/7. This is someone who has probably thought out about 85 different plans for this test match, for all four test matches. And again, he's someone who can do it both ways. He's got every variation in the book. He loves bowling in India, so there's no doubt he's going to be at the top 3 of the wicket tally. So I've got him leading India's tally. And then I've got, probably a surprise to a few people here, Mr. Cummins, leading Australia's wicket tally over the spin. Now, I'm only thinking this because I wanted to be a little bit different. I didn't want to, just be basic and be the same. So I've gone Cummo. Because he's someone who takes wickets. Look, I understand it's going to be spin-friendly conditions and maybe not a whole lot there for the pace. Patrick, I mean, he'll take the new ball with Scotty Boland, I assume. Well, you'd imagine so. So if he can take a few early, he reverse swings really well. So obviously reverse swing is a big thing in India as well. So hey, Paddy Cummins, I think he can definitely lead our tally. Gonna play every game. And yeah, pretty simple one behind that. Okay, let's get into the big category here. Most runs. This could upset some people here. Oh my god, this could. I've left out some names. Let's just reveal it. I'm going to reveal the two outside guys again first. Let's bring them down. Mr. KL Rahul and Travis Head. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're putting a lot of faith in KL Rahul. And you're damn right. Let's be real, no one should ever trust KL Rahul going into any big tournament. It's just not something you should do. But I'm going against the odds in this one. I have seen that man KL Rahul score some big knocks. I've seen him score some very little knocks. I just get this feeling, man. I just get this feeling that he's been married. He's had some time off from the game the last couple months. I feel like he's going to come into the series refreshed and just good to go. Like everyone else has been playing cricket non-stop. The man Rahul's had a break. I think he's going to go bananas this series. And then the other Aussie on the other side, Travis Smavis Head. I just love Travis Head, and I think his attacking game, once that ball gets 30, 40 overs in, 50 overs in, and maybe Travis Head then comes out, he can smack around that old ball. Again, it's going to be spinning a lot, we assume, but he's still actually quite a good player of spin too, so I'm backing him in. I think he dead set could, go, as long as he scores a ton, and then a few extra half centuries in there, he's probably going to prediction right. So, I don't know, that's kind of what I'm hoping for there. But let's drop the two middlemen. And there they are. India, Junior Wall. Again, look, I mean, it's hard to go past someone like him. Pujara, I know that I had these two as my highest partnership as well. But I just have this feeling, this last week and a half, I've just been thinking, like I've been brainstorming my predictions for the last week. And I just can't get these two out of my mind. I just can't get them out that they're going to dominate this series and have big partnerships together, and so I've got them both. I mean, I feel like it makes sense, right? So, yeah. I know, no Virat. People are going to hate me for that. I'm sorry, but look, Virat hasn't scored a test ton in a while. Unfortunately, we've seen in Bangladesh recently when it was spinning a little bit, he was having trouble. There's no doubting that. that he was having a bit of trouble in Bangladesh. So when the ball was spinning, he was not enjoying it that much, and he played a few loose shots. So that's why I'm going without him. And Rohit Sharma wasn't even playing that series, so I've got no idea what sort of form he's going in with. So I just went without Rohit. But again, he could easily score the most runs. So could Virat. So could Shubman Gill if he plays. So yeah, I've got no doubt. I've got no doubt, but these are my two guys. And for Australia, Usman Khawaja. I love Uzi. I think no one ever talks about him going into a series. He's an amazing player of spin, by the way. And again, I understand the conditions in Pakistan were a lot different, but he played the conditions so well in Pakistan. And, you know, when it was spin, when it was parts of the rough that were spinning a fair bit, he plays really well. So I've got Khawaja leading the Aussie count. Look, I would have had Steve Smith on here, but I don't want to jinx him. I love Steve. I don't want to hurt any chance Steve has of of playing bad this series. So I've left him off here just because I don't even want to mention him, because I don't want to get it wrong, because I love Steve. And I want Steve to do really well, man. And same thing with Marnus. Like, I left him off here because we just really have no idea how he's going to go. But hey, it's time to get into the last one before we go on to Discord and read everyone else's predictions. It's time for the series result. Now, as an Australian, as someone who watches cricket every single day of their life pretty much, who loves cricket, who could talk cricket all day, Australian, you know, it is always, you never back against your country, do you? Before I reveal this result, do you ever believe against your country? Should you ever go against your country? You should always back your own country in to win. It's just what you do as a countryman, as an Australian, you back the boys in. So let's reveal the series result. Okay, so let's talk about it. So I've taken my bias out of this one. This hurts. I didn't want to be doing this. I wanted to have it the other way around. But hey, look, I've got to be professional as possible here on the channel, and I've got to take my non-bias out. When you are doing predictions, it's really easy to just keep your bias in and be like, yep, Steve Smith, most runs, most wickets, Nathan Lyon, we're going to bowl India out for 5 runs in every innings and we've won the series. Like, it's not going to happen. I wish it would, but it's not going to happen that way. So I've got Australia winning 1 match and I've got India winning the series 2-1. I've seen that be quite a popular result this before. Look, as much as I'd love to say 2-1 the Aussies, it's hard. It's really hard. The last time we've won there was 2004, and I think that was like, the only time we've damn ever won there. So, this is not easy. It is not easy. There is a reason no one goes to India and wins, because you just don't do it. It's not impossible, but it's hard. You just don't do it. You just don't. It just doesn't happen. So that's why it's really hard for me to tip the Aussies here. I've gone India 2-1. Do I want the Aussies to win? What do you think? Of course I want the Aussies to win, but I had to be as serious as possible here and take bias out, and I've got India winning 2-1. The player of the series, I haven't really thought about that, but Pujara, Rahul, or maybe an Ashwin is what I'm thinking if India win. If Australia win, I'm thinking obviously Steve Smith, Pat Cummins, Lyon, Travis Head maybe, Khawaja, a few of those sort of guys. So hey, feels wrong. Does not feel right to do this, but I had to do it because I am a serious cricket analyst over here. So we had to be as serious as possible. India 2-1. It's time to jump into the Discord though and hear everyone else's. Okay, on to Discord now to go through everyone else's predictions. I think we've got about 10 to 15 here. So firstly, I want to say a massive shout out to every single person in the Discord that, you know, read the message and went to type it. I appreciate it a lot. I want to start doing this a lot more. Like, I want to start asking for my Discord's input a lot more on videos, and just to involve a lot of you guys, because without everyone on this channel, we would not have a channel, if that makes sense. So let's jump into the predictions. I did give people only about like 10 hours to get their predictions in, so I should have probably given a bit more notice. But in the future, if you want to be a part of these things, DM me for the Discord or comment down below. I will get you in here. Let's do it. Let's go. Okay. Series result, India 3-0. Okay. Most catches, Warner. Wickets, Ashwin. Hitman, Sharma. Most runs. Damn. Most ducks, Warner. Partnership, Rowett and Gill. And the best figures, Axar Patel. Okay, that's fair. It's fair. India 3-0. I would feel pretty upset about that. Series result, India 2-1. Jadeja catches. Wickets, Ashwin. Runs, King. Most ducks, Siraj. Good to see I'm not the only one there. Partnership, Rowett and Kohli. Now, that would be something to witness. Like, imagine if both of them scored a ton. Okay, I don't want to go too far. Best bowling figures, Axar Patel. Now, again, best bowling figures was meant... I should have wrote it properly, as in, you know, the best bowling figures for an innings, but I think a lot of people just assumed for the series. But, you know, same thing. Same thing. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Series result, India 3-1. So... as long as there's no rain, which we assume there'll be none, we might not actually get a draw. Because if every deck is going to be, you know, turning, we probably won't get any draws. So, India 3-1, catches Jadeja. That's a pretty common one. Wickets, Axar. Most runs, Shubman Gill. Ooh, okay, I like that. That's a bold prediction. Most ducks. That's another very bold prediction there. No ducks. Bro, if there is no ducks for this series, I will be amazed. Highest partnership, Pujara and Jadeja. I like that. Best bowling figures for the man, Ravi Ashwin. Okay. Series result, India 2-1. Most catches, Stevie Boy Smudgy. Most wickets, Kuldeep if he plays, /Axar. Most runs, Rowett. Most ducks, Manas Labuschagne. Oh, man. That's a possibility, though. I mean... if he does not play well in spin, this could be a really bad series for him. Highest partnership, Hitman, Gill /Pujara. And best bowling figures of Ashy Boy. Okay, series result, India 1-2. Oh, he's got the Aussies winning. Okay, shit. Most catches, Virat. Most wickets, Nathan Gazzy Boy Lion. Most runs, Travis Head. It might bat a little bit too low to get the most runs, but, I mean, if we collapse early, there's no doubt Travis Head will probably be our saviour. Most ducks, yeah, Mohammad Siraj, so there's a few of us that agree on that. Highest partnership, Smith and Head. I feel like you've copied me here. Best bowling figures, Kuldeep. I hope Kuldeep plays, but that's the reason I left Kuldeep off the list, just because I don't know if he's going to play every match. BCCI selectors, they confuse us sometimes. They just make silly decisions out of nowhere. So I never know. And we've got Ben Stokes is commenting in the Discord now. You're lucky that I let you in here, Mr. Ben, but that's okay. Real Ben Stokes, by the way. Series result, India 4-0? Ben! Ben, are you against us that much? Okay. 4-0 India, I guess. Most catches, Stephen. Most wickets, Ashwin. Most runs, Pujara. Most ducks, Travis Head. Wow, it's completely different to the predictions here. Highest partnerships, Rowett and Gill. Best bowling figures, Ashy Boy. Damn, okay. That would break my heart right here. If India win the series 4-0, I will be into a deep, dark sadness. Like, seriously, like, if we don't win at least a test match, I'd be pretty upset. I will not. As long as it's like a close test match, then I could imagine us losing. Series result, India 3-1. Most catches, Steve. Ashwin, wickets. Runs, Pujara. Most ducks, Travis Head, catching some, you know, some what's the word? I forgot the word. I'll edit that out anyway. Highest partnership, Rowett and Pujara. Best bowling figures of Ashwin. Okay, result, Oz 2-1 win? Okay, I'd take that. Most catches, obviously, well, I was kind of trying to keep the wicket keepers out of it, but yes, Alex Carey probably takes a few. Behind the stumps, wickets, Jadu. Most runs, Virat. Most ducks, David Warner. Highest partnership, Kohli, Pujara. Best bowling figures, Jadeja. Oh, and Virat Kohli has got his own predictions in too. Oh, wow, that's big, Virat. Going against his own country to say 2-2 draw? Okay, Virat, you know better. Most catches, Smudge. Wickets, Lion. Runs, Smudgy boy. Most duck. Okay, these predictions here would make me very happy. Most duck, Siraj. Partnership, Manus and Smudge. Ooh, that would feel good. Best bowling figures, Nathan Lyon. And the last one, last one to cap us off for the video. Series result, another 2-all draw. Ooh, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if we will get any drawn matches this series. Most catches, Smith. Wickets, Gaz. Most runs, Smith/Pajara. And highest partnership, Manus and Stephen Smudgy Boy Smitherson. So, hey, that is going to cap off our series predictions for the Border-Gavaskar Trophy of 2023. It starts tomorrow. How excited are we? Everyone, like, I just feel adrenaline running through my body. Like, this is better than Christmas tomorrow. This is better than any sort of holiday being tomorrow. Australia versus India. First test match at Nagpur starts tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. my time. So probably like 9:30, 10:30 India time. Woo! I'm so excited, man. I am so excited. Okay, I'm just going to cap off the video before I sit here and talk about the series for another 45 minutes. So, hey, I hope we all enjoyed. Leave your predictions down below. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see everyone in the next one.